Sorry, here's my second video now. I'm going to continue talking about advanced care planning. So yes, I get very passionate. I'm sorry. Advanced care directives, they're very important. um, patients need that. A lot of people don't know about them. I didn't. Um, and so advanced care planning is important. Making informed decisions is important. And this is all things that social workers help with. Care leaving the hospital, getting set up with outpatient follow-up, like I kind of explained earlier, is so important. Helping with taking your medications and all the different supports that palliative care provides. So yes, like I said, anticipatory guidance is an awesome skill to have, and I can't wait till I'm that good. But just thinking ahead and preventing crisis with patients, keeping the team involved, because a lot of them might look like with tunnel vision and kind of forget certain aspects. But that's why my clinical social work um, field supervisor, she's there and she's like, okay, she hears everybody's um, um like suggestions. Everybody puts in their input and she's listening. She sits back and listens, and then she's like, okay, but this is what's going to happen, and this is what these roads look like. And she paints a picture for the family, so they can, or the family or the patient, or the surrogate decision maker or whoever, so that they can make an informed decision. And doctors and everybody are so appreciative because of that anticipatory guidance. She's just amazing, really. So resources needed for a patient. Um, Distinguishing self from others and highlights. One of the main things that I always say when I go meet a patient um, is that, we're there for an extra layer of support. What that looks like is you have a million different doctors that come in and out of your room. It's hard to keep up with all of them and know who's where and all of that. And then if you move to a different floor, you get a whole new team of doctors and a whole new team that have to get to know you all over again. We are consulted as an extra layer of support. We are here for you so that your voice is heard. Um, and we are your advocates in your voice, and we're here to listen to your needs. But social workers more than anything, right? So an extra layer of support. Another thing that I usually say is I'm not here for any decisions. You have to think of from the patient's point of view. They're probably hearing, you need this, you need that, we can do this, we can do that. And like, it's exhausting. Or a family member. And we're there. We don't need any medical decisions for you. We are truly just here for your well-being. We're here. We coordinate effective communication. Coordination and communication is huge between your other doctors. You might be on your primary team, your hospitalists, the surgical doctors, your nurses. We are here to kind of be that bridge that connects everyone and gets everyone on the same page. And just provide effective communication. Usually, with family meetings, we get everybody at the table so that we can all discuss a plan, or, just support the family, but that we are all on the same page. And when you don't have that, what you see is different doctors telling you different things, causing confusion, speaking to you in medical jargon you don't understand. It's very overwhelming. It's very frustrating. It's very upsetting. And it's just overwhelming. So when you have that really good sense of communication, I mean, everything just goes so much smoother. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, my voice is awful. So yes, coordination and communication between the patient, the family, and the healthcare team. Another thing, one of the highlights that I love to say is continuity of care. We follow you throughout your entire stay at the hospital. We provide outpatient support for when you get discharged. We provide continuity of care. You're not going to see a different face all the time. I'm going to be the same social worker or social work student working with you and your family. You'll see me again. I will be checking on you. And again, I'm just here for emotional support. I'm just here for, we call them friendly visits, counseling. The difference is that it's more about counseling. It's not discharge planning. There's a difference. And I can't speak for every hospital. I know the hospital I'm at, the palliative care social workers and the discharge planners are two separate things. Now, the palliative care social worker that I'm working under was a discharge planner for like 20 years before she moved to palliative care. So she knows a lot. So she will help with anticipatory guidance and all of that with the discharge planner so that the plan that is set will be acted out. But she doesn't do that. So she doesn't have to just pop in on a patient for 5 minutes, then go to the next patient, then go to the next patient, then go to the next patient. She can actually sit down and do counseling with the family, which is amazing. And also providing resources. So the social worker on the palliative care team, just like anywhere, has a plethora of resources, provides resources in the community. Different things, something so small as when we have patients who have family who are traveling for hours to get to them every single day, there's a resource for that. There are churches and organizations who will let family members of hospital patients stay for free as long as they need to while their loved one is in the hospital. Just little things like that, you know, is the highlight in the differences of a palliative care social worker and palliative care. Just thinking outside the box and with those resources. So those are some of the things that I would personally say, or I feel are huge, in getting access to the palliative care team. Unfortunately, not every patient gets the opportunity to have palliative care. And I guess that's a good thing because that means that they don't have a chronic life-limiting illness. But the support that is provided by the team is really good. Yes. Here are my references. And my question is, when is it appropriate to get palliative care involved? And I feel like from what I've seen in my field placement, sometimes that can be a little tricky. Sometimes patients who get referred or consulted to palliative care, it's really just a complex discharge planner issue that the palliative care team didn't really need to get involved with, or something that would have worked itself out. But then what are the critical cases that require support and palliative care? So that's my question. Thank you guys for listening. I'm sorry that I sound like a zombie. But I did my best, and really, like a couple days ago, it was way worse. So appreciate you listening, and I'm sorry that I am not up to my best in my throat. So I hope you guys all have a good day.